everyone, the Freebirds Hauser here. Today we're going to talk about why your listings aren't booking. My background is I'm a founder of Homads, a booking platform for midterm rentals. I wanted to go over a little bit of the background of what has happened since 2020, which everyone understands what has happened since 2020. That is a year that no one forgets, especially if you're in the short-term rental side of things. So let's start with COVID. COVID happens and everyone knows hospitality has completely shut down. And what happened after COVID was actually very important. Essentially, not only did we have a lot of money pumped into the economy, most people were disillusioned and thinking, hey, I have so much in my wallet, I can go travel. I haven't been able to travel for the last, however many months that they're quarantined. And so then you see travel just skyrocket. And traveling does really well, and then also people have a lot of money in their wallets. So the mindset is, hey, let's invest. And so a lot of money went into 2021 and the beginning of 2022 of investing in short-term rentals and midterm rentals. And then the end of 2022 happens. And beginning of 2023, as we see right now, is we're starting to see a recession. People have a lot less money in their pockets, and consumer behaviors are a lot different than it was before. Before, we were thinking, can we actually travel? Can we get out? Everyone missed it so much, and everyone had the finances to do it. Now that that is drying up, we're seeing it from all aspects of this, is people are a lot more worried about fees. So the first thing you notice is that guests don't want to pay as much. So then these big booking platforms then hear from their guests that they're very angry, lots of PR about this. So they make a lot of decisions of, hey, you know what, let's make algorithms that prioritize value when it comes to these listings. And so not only are you seeing guests upset about the costs, but then you're also seeing listings that are better values being promoted more. So not only are people not willing to book at the price that they previously were wanting to, let's go back to what we talked about earlier, which is all of the people who got into the real estate investment side of things. So not only are people really angry about paying the higher fees that they weren't really angry about before because they had money before. Now that they have less money, they're very, very particular about how large the fees are whenever they book a property. They're now looking at it and thinking, hey, you know what, a hotel may actually be more cost efficient, which is versus before it wasn't like that. You add on top of that what I talked about earlier, which is when there was a lot of money in 2021 and early 2022, a lot of real estate investors got into the short-term rental space. And so now not only is demand low, so guests who were booking at higher rates and often are now also upset, and so demand is lower, but also the supply is very high. So now you have lots of competitors, people that are new to short-term rentals, and not just individuals. I'm talking about large businesses that have put in billions of dollars in certain areas. And so obviously when demand is low and supply is high, that means it's very, very difficult to get a booking. The last aspect of this is, I had talked over about this in my last video about digital marketing for midterm rentals, so I'll go over it briefly here, is when you think about digital marketing, essentially it boils down to how much does it cost to get a user to book on your site. And so not only are we seeing a larger influx of direct booking sites, so that's pulling attention away from larger booking platforms, but because of the recession, a lot of venture capital is not deploying money and they're telling their portfolio companies, hey, you gotta extend runway. And so we're seeing a lot of layoffs, we're seeing companies try to hit profitability, which also means that they cut their marketing spend. When they cut their marketing spend, then that also means that there is less money being put in from these large booking sites to draw the attention of those guests, which then means, let's say you got 100 eyes on your property before, the amount of money that they're putting in is probably going to be 10% of that, and that's probably what you're also seeing. So it's a huge culmination of effects, domino effects of COVID, recession, and the activities that had happened before, prior, and then currently, they're getting us to a point to where we're noticing, hey, things aren't booking. And so it will take us a little longer to see what's going on, but people are getting smart. They're starting to diversify. we're definitely seeing a lot more of traction when it comes to midterm rentals. So I hope this explanation is something that will help you understand a little bit of what's going on. Obviously, I may not have it all right, so if there's other things that I'm not considering, feel free to leave a comment in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you next time.